to deal with time and prayer. We're dealing with prayer. The thing I want to deal with here is time and consistency. And I think the most problem we have, and in fact I'm sure, is I ain't got to deal with these last few weeks like he ain't been dealing with it. I've been a long time since he's been dealing with either. Some of this stuff, I mean, it's been instant. Like, normally you pray and then wait. This stuff, he revealing to me. I ain't even got time to open my mouth and to say it before somebody coming back telling me what God already showed me. Incident Tuesday night before I got on my knees, I told him, I said, man, I got to tell somebody. That's the people think I'm just, people think you be making up stuff that they saying. No sooner than I got on my knees Tuesday, and God told me the situation that now it's time. Somebody came to me and was telling me about something. I said, did the same thing this morning about 7 o'clock. So it's been instant. So what I'm telling you, consistency in prayer get God. If you can get consistent, it'll get God to do something. This is what was going on Luke 18:1. This is what was going on here in this particular chapter. This lady was consistent. And by her being consistent, she got the answer. So, but I found the thing is about prayer. Most of us don't have a problem when it comes to prayer and believing in prayer, but most of us have a problem with being consistent in prayer. Amen? That's our problem. Like, we know it'll work because when we get in something, what the first thing we do? Lord, help me in this, Jesus. You follow me? So don't wait till you get something to have a prayer. Have a prayer before you get there. All right. Do you get the money before you go to the store, or you get the money after your purchase? You got to have the money prior to your purchase, don't you? See, AB just looked at me like, man, that don't even make no sense. That's what we do with prayer. So what we're doing, we're trying to purchase without the money. So you're trying to get credit in a sense. You ain't even got your name. Even to get credit, you got to have, to get a certain level of credit, you got to have a good credit score. I was thinking about Beacon. He's called Beacon score. Your credit got to be right to even get something. If Chase is the hardest bank to get a card with and they were telling me, like, man, they don't want no inquiries. They don't care if you got approved or denied. They don't want you to apply for no other credit. This is like a year, 2 years. It's different. And it's the most bad. I said, man, they have me chasing them. That's why they call it chase. Amen. And so what I'm saying is, that's how God works. God want to be the first one you apply with. So before you call your mama, ask for something, take it to God in prayer. Before you call your daddy, take it to God in prayer. Let God lead you. That's why some of us get in these situations that we don't need to be in. You've been to borrow some money for the wrong person. They talking about you, dragging you. Don't ever let up. Amen. Every time you see them, yeah, that's that church you go to can't be this because you had to borrow $20 from me. Everybody done borrow money. Amen.
Amen.
It ain't a sin to borrow money. It's a sin to borrow the money and don't pay back. You say you're going to pay back. Amen.
Amen.
Let's read this. This 18:1. This lady that was consistent with God. I don't plan to trouble you too long. But we got to deal with prayer.
And he spake a parable unto them to this end, that men ought to always pray.
How often should you pray?
Always.
Always.
And not to faint.
Not to faint.
Saying there was in the city a judge, which feared not God.
A judge in the city that don't fear God.
Neither regarded man.
Neither regarded man.
And there was a widow in that city. She came unto him saying, avenge me of mine adversary.
Avenge me of my adversary.
And he would not for a while.
Now let me ask you this. Does this lady have a problem? What's her problem? Her adversary. But guess what she's still doing? Going, hey, trying to get some help.
And he will not for a while.
And he ain't do it for a while.
But afterward he said within himself, though I fear not God.
Listen, before she even got back the next time, he said, listen, this lady will keep bothering me about her adversary. She got that problem going on. I don't fear God.
Nor regard man.
And I ain't got no regards to men.
Yet because his widow troubled me, I will avenge her.
So why did he do what he did? She kept troubling him. It wasn't, he said, listen, I don't fear God. I have no regards to men. In other words, her problems are her problems. But he said, listen, even though her problems are her problem, she about to make her problem my problem. I better do something. You follow me? So consistency And what a lot of us have, we got these hidden miss prayers, and we saying, Elder, I'm praying, but how consistent are you? Dealing with time now. How consistent are you? Amen.
Amen.
I will avenge her. As by her continual coming, she wearied me.
She gonna wear me out if she keep coming. Man, that's something, now. Read a little farther.
And the Lord said, hear what the unjust judge said.
The unjust judge. Y'all hear what he said?
Unjust. And shall not God avenge his own elect?
Now, ain't God gonna do what?
Avenge his own elect.
Now, if the unjust gonna take care of this lady, God is a just God. He got no choice but to take care of us because his word say he got to take care of us. Gotta remain consistent. And when I was reading this, I was thinking, man, this lady got a problem. Her problem is she got an enemy, and whatever her enemy doing to her got to make her uncomfortable. But yet she's still going, even though her enemy ain't left, she ain't left her going to the king. Amen. I used to see my mama do that. Amen. She get on the phone, them people she call back, taking something back. I ain't never seen that. Like, man, she weary. Them people, she just get to the point. They be taking stuff back, and they know that. Like, and she been told them, like, yeah, I had it, but it should have lasted more than 2 years. You got to stand by this. I'm not. And she knows she wrong, but she keep right on talking. Them people move. I say, what? So I used to get. I said, Mom, I got this. I can't take this blender back in the head about it. I see.